Happening, beautiful people of the Instagram. What's up? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist. Guys, I want to talk to you about something that I think it's a little bit serious, I think, in my mind. I don't know how serious it is. I'd like to talk to you about some serious stuff. In my mind, it's a little bit serious, but whatever, to each their own, right? Here's what I want to talk to you guys about. Look, guys. There are efforts out in the art world. There's all sort of people out there in the art world, but I've noticed that there's some efforts out there by artists that are coaching and doing stuff like that are trying to convince artists to really dive in their psyche and try to figure out how they can sell artwork by figuring themselves out and all this stuff. Now, I'm not against stuff like that. I'm not against like learning about yourself, figuring yourself out, and on and on. I'm not against any of that stuff. What I oppose to, though, is that in search of trying to figure themselves out, they're missing one very important thing. This happens a lot to artists, guys. In search of trying to figure yourself out, you're missing one very important thing. One very important thing. This world that we live in is an economic world. Now, I ain't talking about money. It might sound like I'm talking about money. It works through exchange of value. What am I doing? Hanging out. It works through exchange of value. Exchange of value. You know, you give something, I get something. It's always worked like that. That's how this world works. It's a very unfair world. It looks that way from the exterior, at least. I'm sure that if we dig deep enough, we find out that it's very fair. But it looks unfair, right? So there's people out there that I've been looking at in my downtime. Other artists who are teaching artists how to go about being an artist and on and on. And I think that's all nice. That's all cool. I mean, we should all learn from I mean, whatever, you know, we should all learn from everyone that we feel we can learn something from. That's just life. The thing, what I find out about this is what one of my mentors says: you get confused messages. When you learn from too many people, you start getting confused messages. And this happens a lot today because it's so accessible to be like, oh, I'm going to check out the mentoring program by this guru. I'm going to check out the mentoring program by this other artist or this guru or whatever. Or this marketing person or whatever. And I was listening to some people that were talking about how you have to do all sorts of flips back and forth in order to start selling your artwork, because selling artwork is so different than selling everything else. And I just thought to myself, oh fuck, man, if people go into their life as artists thinking that this shit is so much different than selling something else, it's going to be very confusing. And I just thought, what a disservice this person is doing to all these artists. And I wanted to share this with you. I'm not going to say names because I ain't like that. But I wanted to point this out. What are the service these people are doing? This person specifically is doing, telling artists that you know, art is so different. That it's such a different thing, guys. Art is just like tomatoes. It is the same thing. Now, to you and I, art is very special, and to the collector is very special. But in the economic world of it, art is like tomatoes. It's the same thing. It's just that, imagine if it was a tomato that Britney Spears had, that she kept because there's a story attached to it, right? There's a provenance. There's a history to it, right? Somehow she kept it in a bag in her fridge. And it's the same tomato, right, that someone else could have done. But this tomato is special, right? Because this tomato is known, it's famous, it's been marketed, it has a story, it has significance, right? Imagine if you and I have this pen, right? You and I have this pen. This pen shouldn't cost more than $1, maybe even less. I don't know, $1, right? But imagine if we find out that this same pen was used, I don't know, by, I don't know, any president, right? Any president. Think of a president you like. Any president you like. And the pen was given to him by his, I don't know, his father, who before he passed away, he told him the secrets, he wrote to him the secrets of life, right? And it's the same pen. This is the story behind art, guys. This is the story behind art. This is an economic world. Art is the same as any other thing. It's just that it has history behind it. It has a reason why. And as human beings, we get attached to the reason. We get attached to we're all the same people, but we're individual in our experiences. But we're all the same people. How come we go through lengths in order to be married to someone or brilliant and correct? Thank you. In order to marry someone, we're like, she is the one, dude. She looks just like everyone else in the world, or I look like everyone else in the world. Like there's 7 billion of us. We all pretty much look just fucking the same. How come some people are so attached to one person as opposed to another one? What is it? Right? We all bleed the same. We all have the same limbs. We all have the same physique, right? The same structure. What is it? What is it that makes us so special? Our individual lens. This is why I think it was James Whistle. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. He said an artist doesn't get paid for his labor. An artist gets paid for his or her vision. I add her, right? Because isn't that a misogynistic world anymore? Ha! Take that. 1800s, guys. But I'm even going to make it cooler. An artist doesn't get paid, or more correct, for his, her, they, them labor. An artist gets paid for his, her, they, them vision. There we go. Yeah. More awareness, we start learning things. So this is a service that I feel that this artist coaches are telling artists, oh no, look, selling art is it's so different. No, it's not. It's the same. It's the same. Don't get confused, guys. Don't get confused. Don't get this bullshit on your head, because then it becomes more difficult. Then you're painting something and you're like, oh my God, it's so difficult to sell this. No, it's not. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's just that if you get a story behind it and you get enough people to hear it, it will cost more. Why? Why will it cost more? Because more people want it. That's why it will cost more. Because because it will have more significance, right? It will have more appeal, right? Wide appeal, significance. This could be my pen, or it could be Walt Disney's pen. Who do you want? Whose pen do you rather want? It's the same fucking pen. Whose pen would you rather want? I want Walt Disney. Even I want Walt Disney's pen, not mine, right? Or whoever. Think of anyone. I don't know, Monet's pen, right? Let's keep it more artistic. Monet's pen, right? Selling artwork, guys, is the same as selling anything else. Don't get confused by this. There's a lot of mumbo jumbo online, man. It's been a while since I've been online, like looking at stuff, and I had 15 minutes to spare earlier, and I was like, oh my God, what are people saying? Because it makes no sense. It really just makes no sense. I think people are trying to make sense of why they feel unhappy, why they feel tired. Look, guys, let's not bullshit each other. Let's not bullshit anyone. The reason why some people do great and other people don't, really, the reason why, in art, it's because some people are great at marketing and some people don't. It has nothing to do with their spirituality. It has nothing to do with their happiness. It's got nothing. This is why we see some idiots, that they're literally idiots, some very mean people doing really great. Why? Because they got good at marketing. That's it. It's got nothing to do with anything else. Now you can add some layers of karma and spirituality in there if you want to. Why not? Sure. But then the nitty gritty reason is that some people some people, just think about any fucking a-hole politician, right? Think of anyone. How do they get there? They kissed more babies. They shook more hands. They did something. They marketed more. They said something that was louder. They said something that was more out there than someone else. So it grabbed people's attention. Oh, hold on, let me hear this. I think this guy's going to fix my problems, right? This is what politicians do. I think this guy's going to fix my problems. That means, what are you going to do for me? Oh my God, yeah, man, you're talking to me. I resonate with that. That makes so much sense. I'm going to vote for you, right? This is what we do as human beings, right? As citizens. We listen to people who are like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's something that, hey, I believe in that, you know? So anyways, a message is something, right, that it's also can be sold. Selling a message, selling furniture, selling artwork, selling anything. Selling is selling is selling. Don't get confused, guys. Because the reason I'm saying all right, so the reason I was saying this, guys, is because if you believe this is such a difficult thing to do, you're going to be confused about it. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to be like, screw that. Screw being an artist. It's such a confusing thing. Like, I have to fix my emotional state. I have to have all my ducks in a row. No, you don't. Now, would it be good to do that as well? Of course. Why not? Every human being should work on their zen and on being a better human being and a better person, more aware, of course. But don't get confused into thinking, oh, I'm not going to sell artwork unless I understand the purpose of my life. This is bullshit. It doesn't work like that. This is totally a rant. The way that you start selling your artwork and operating is very simple, guys. It's actually very simple. Is it difficult? Yes, it is. But it's simple. It's simple, okay? And the only reason it's difficult is because it's labor, right? It's labor. It's a lot of work. Not because it's complicated. It is simple, but it is not. It's not complicated. It is simple, but it is hard. It's hard work. The reason why it works for artists and it doesn't work for others is because some of them focus a lot on just working hard. That's all. That's all there is to it. There is no airy-fairy stuff in between it. Now, will you be a happier painter if you were more zen? If you figured out your mental first? If you figured out the reason why you're happy or why you're sad or your life's purpose as an artist, would you be a happier artist? I'm sure you would. But it's got nothing to do with your pockets. And this is why I think that people get it wrong. This is why I think that people get it wrong. They're waiting to get everything straightened up. They're waiting to get everything in place before they market, before they begin selling their work, before they begin going into galleries. They're waiting. Oh, I have to write a manifesto of my life. No, well, bullshit. You don't have to write a manifesto of your life. All you gotta do is just paint some paintings and walk into a gallery and say, hey, by the way, what do you think of this? Let's make it work. Let's make some cake together, you and I. Why not? Let's do an exhibit. It'll benefit us both, and on and on and on. That's the only reason why people get it's not because you sat somewhere and you figured out your life's purpose and you're like, I got it. No, you know where I figure out my life's purpose? When I'm working, when I'm rolling. It's like a door that starts opening. But if I don't work, it closes, and I start working, and then it opens again. Sally says it's very simple. As soon as I can get my mojo back, I'm diving back in. Yeah. Well, and the only way you get your mojo is by working. I mean, I don't know you personally, but me personally, the only way I get my mojo is when I work. I start working and it's all right, good boy. We're back. It's how I get super enthusiastic about what I'm doing. It's like, oh man, I got all this energy. Well, of course I got all this energy. The more you do, the more you can do, right? The more I do stuff, the more energy I got. So, anyways, guys, just want to leave you with that. I hope that it makes any sense for someone out there. Don't get trapped in that idea, guys, that you have to figure your life first. You have to figure your life's purpose in order to get started. There's a lot of stuff out there that people say, and it rubs me the wrong way because it makes okay. It rubs me the wrong way because it makes me feel like turn it down. Like artists have to figure something very difficult out first before we get anywhere. You know, we have to figure some sort of extremely difficult thing. Hey, you guys want to go eat?
Yeah. Do I park at home?
Yeah, park at home and walk somewhere. Is that okay? Yeah. Something should be open downtown right now. Let me double check that door because I was like talking. I'm hungry. I need to go get some dinner. I live downtown Tucson, so there's little restaurants that are opening and whatnot, so I'll be able to find something right now. So yeah, guys, I mean, as I was telling you, quick, you can drive it. It's okay.
I know, honey, I was checking.
Oh, cool. As I was telling you guys.
Move on, chauffeur.
Chauffeur. Ta-ta.
Hurry up. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Checking your own phone. Don't you see I'm
recording?
I'm recording.
That's driving.
It's the driving. I'm like this. Ta-ta. How did I tell you we were gonna do a call when you were in danger?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like Coco.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in danger, in a dangerous situation, she has a call for me. Instead of going like that, we have a little bird call we do. So, anyways, guys, anyways, I just wanted to remind you guys, look, selling art is like selling anything else. It really is. There is mechanics involved in it, I'm sure.
Wait. Honey.
What?
Daniel actually told me this.
What?
Daniel?
What business you is in retail?
That's right.
That's right. Say, listen to my son. Listen to what my son's saying.
Don't say a baby talk. Say it.
Say it. What is it?
Talk.
What is it?
Oh, okay, he's being shy.
Oh, he's being shy. See what my son said. All business, no matter what business you're in the retail business. Everyone's in the retail business. It's important to understand that. Everyone's in the retail business. And I think that, I mean, unless you're in service, in which case you're also in some sort of retail business if you're in the service business. Unless you can't scale it. It's still retail. You're retailing your personal services. Anyways, whatever. Whatever. The reason why I say this, guys, is again because I think the artists already think that it's a difficult situation. Sorry for the shaking of the phone. It's a difficult situation to sell your artwork. It's a very complicated thing. It's like, oh my God, how do I do this? No, it's the same, guys. If you sold cars, if you sold insurance, if you sold whatever, it's the same. Selling art is the same thing. Now, there's things you're gonna learn, right? There's little different things. I guess lingo, I don't know, nuances, whatever. There's certain little things, right? But even then, most collectors don't talk like that. It's artists that talk like that, you know. I think I've never had a collector talk to me about impasto or chiaroscuro or sfumato or triple prime canvas. Almost no collector has ever talked to me about stuff like that. And I'm talking about serious collectors that what I mean serious is that they collect substantial pieces, right? More expensive, right? They never talk to me about stuff like that. It's artists that talk to me about stuff like that. Artists are like, oh my God, let me talk about the impasto and the effect of the light here and this and that. Collectors don't talk about stuff like that for the most part. 90% of collectors that I've talked to, it's a straight talk. You know, I like that picture, you know. It reminds me of this. How much is it? I can afford it. I can't afford it. I'll get back to you. And it's very much like that. So I found that it's the same as selling just any other thing. It's not complicated. What's hard about it? It's the marketing, and that's what almost nobody talks about. It's the selling aspect of it, the marketing and the selling. Almost nobody talks about that. Everybody talks about style and feeling grateful, feeling and having an attitude of gratitude, and all those things are brilliant. I think we should all strive for that. But don't think that because you have an attitude of gratitude, all of a sudden you're gonna start selling a lot. Because this happened to me for years. Remember, honey? I was like, man, if I just have an attitude of gratitude, if I just listen to Joe Vitale or watch the movie The Secret again, all of a sudden I'm going to start selling artwork because I'm going to change my mindset. And of course, those things are important. Of course, you want to have a positive outlook. Of course you do.
Be able to see opportunity.
Yeah, but what I think that's the most important thing. But what I'm trying to say is, don't think that because you got that down, all of a sudden the sales and the marketing and the opportunities are going to flood your way. No, it doesn't work like that. There's mechanics you need to learn. There's tremendous amount of outflow.
Actions that you have to do.
Action. I mean, it ain't going to happen with you. You could be the rudest, meanest person with the most action, and you'll take over the art world. We see it happen all the time. It has nothing to do with your personality or your happiness level, or it's got nothing to do with that, guys. That's a personal thing. You want to be happy, you could be happy and never sell anything, or you want to be miserable and never sell anything too, or the other way around. Happy, sell a lot of artwork, or miserable and sell a lot of artwork. There is no it's got nothing to one has nothing to do with another, except that a person that sells a lot, if they're happy, if they sell a lot of work and they're happy, man, they got two good things going on in their life now instead of just one. All right, guys, I'll leave you with that. Enough chatter. I'm going in mi casa now. I got to sit in the back seat because Daniel was like, I'm going to sit in the front seat.
Yeah, he like punked you.
I love that. No, he's supposed to do that. You're supposed to claim your throne.
It is the throne.
It's like going into Disneyland here, entering the garage. It's like dead man tell no tales. And I like the squealing tires. It feels like you're in a movie. You're going like 5 miles an hour and it's like squealing. Do it again, baby. Look. That's my stomach. That wasn't the squeal. I'm hungry. All right, beautiful people. Take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm super ready to eat something because this hombre is hungry. I am so hungry. I am super mucho hungry. I am hungry. I have a song too. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.